quite the injury assessment list going into this week. But I think I've seen a few guys training. Did any of the guys that are on the list train, or can you give any further information on the injuries?
No, it's what you've got in front of you. It's just, listen, some guys is just up for assessment. So our key thing is to see how they go through the week and to assess them. Like last week, a couple pulled out before the game. So it's basically giving them all the opportunity to get themselves ready, and then see how they go during the week.
And then through the camp, there seemed to be a lot of smiling faces at training despite the rain.
Yeah, it was good. I'm going to sound like an Irishman now, in the sense that talking about the weather, I actually enjoy the rain. My grass, I think, is going to enjoy the rain as well. So it was lovely. It was lovely, a little bit cooler. Yeah, and we had a lot of. As you would know, we had a lot of rain in the start of the year. I think there was at one stage like 58 days continuously in Dublin. So I think it was nice to get some drops on our heads again.
And how pleased were you with how the squad responded against Lions after the Champions Cup disappointment?
Yeah, I think it's always. Listen, and even after a final or a game like that, it doesn't matter if it's a final or if it's a loss against Benetton or whatever. You always want to get a response out of it, and you always want to kind of get the energy levels back up and to like get back on the horse like one normally would say. So I think that's the pleasing part, is just to see that there was lots of energy on the pitch again. So that was a good thing.
And in terms of the analysis going into this week, what was the biggest takeaways and maybe areas of improvement from the weekend?
That we need to improve.
Yeah, maybe stuff that you really want to work on going into the weekend.
I think yes. Look, there was after the final, there was a lot of things that we felt we could do better. I don't want to go and bore you with all the details. So we just wanted to put out a performance that probably speaks to our standards and our habits and the way we do things. And again, it wasn't perfect. So there's still stuff that we today showed that we feel we could have done better, and certain things that was really good. And so it's a continuous step forward even this week going into the Stormers game. We know they're a quality side, so we will have lots of international experience and lots of international players there. So we have to make sure that we get over our detail in our preparation for them.
Maybe to pick at some of the stuff that you were pleased with, what would the most pleasing aspect of the performance at the weekend?
The energy. I think the energy was good. So there was lots of energy, and there was a good vibe, and there were smiles on faces. So I thought that was very good.
And the Stormers, they travel with some key players missing, but what do you feel is the biggest threats that they pose?
Yes, the Stormers have threats across the board. Like I mentioned, I think they've got that players that got invited to the alignment camp. I'm not sure exactly how many, but it is there in the vicinity of they're around about 14, 15, thereabouts. So there's definitely players that's internationally on the radar of the national coaches. So, and that is testament to the quality of rugby they played, during the season. So I think so they've got lots of threats. They've got like the normal stuff. Why do a team get into a knockout stage? Because they normally have a good set piece. They've got a good defense. I think they've got a good attack. They scored the second most points in the season, so they have the ability to find the try line. They had a very good win over Cardiff. They've got a very good defensive system. So I guess my answer to your question is that when teams get to this stage of the season, when there's 4 left, the majority of them have a very good balance in being good at majority of things. I don't think they have a weakness per se that you can go, listen, they're actually weak in this, or but there's certain area, but definitely certain areas that they are very good at that we will have to make sure that we get our detail, that we work on during the week. I'm not going to go into too much detail on that, what that is.
That's no problem. Obviously, Stormers are having to travel up, so how key is it having home advantage at this stage of the competition, and you're hoping to have a big crowd come out to Aviva at the weekend?
Yeah, I think it's always nice to play in front of your fans. I don't think the travel, yes, I think travel can, I think if you look at Connacht travel down there and got a result there, you know, so I think travel, if you want to make it a big thing, it is a big thing, but I don't think it's a big thing, especially if you look at the experienced team that they have. And like I mentioned, they've got lots of internationals, World Cup winners, guys that have coached. I mean, they understand the travel up to Ireland to come and play Ireland in the Aviva, so it's not like it will be new to them. You know, it's not like it's this new experience. So I think the travel won't bother them now.
And then just crowned the man of the year, James Lowe surpassing Shane Horgan in terms of tries. Just beyond tries, what does James Lowe bring to Leinster, and what makes him so special both on and off the pitch?
No, yeah, he's just a lacquer guy. You know, he's a very jovial guy, a Lowy. So he's a good person. He's a lacquer. He's a lacquer person. He's what you lacquer would be crack. There's always good crack around Lowy. So he's a good team man regarding that, and both on the pitch as well. And he's a good rugby player. So yeah, and he's different. I think he's a little bit. He's different. He's different to do from a rugby playing point of view. He's got a different skill set than majority of our players. You know, he's got a different skill set. Yeah.
Would you like to see him around for another season?
Yeah, listen, that from an on-field point of view, from a coaching point of view, 100%. And I think, yeah, I would enjoy having Lowe here. Like I've enjoyed to have Frolls here. So yeah, but that's the thing. Life goes on. People make decisions, and you have to live by it. So it is what it is.